And I feel really lucky that I've talked to multiple members of the For Country Caucus, which is a bipartisan group of lawmakers in the House who are also veterans. And it seems like, based on my conversations with you all seem measured, you all seem willing to listen and have conversations across the aisle. I'm curious, since the government shut down for the past over 40 days, what have those conversations looked like, especially with Democrats, perhaps even in the For Country Caucus?
Behind the scenes, there's just a lot of frustration, right? I think everybody understands this isn't good for the country, and that's what people in the For Country Caucus actually care about. It's a group of people that have committed to putting country over party. And so we get very, very frustrated when things like this happen, and we can kind of commiserate about it together and try to work towards some solutions. But this is really one of those circumstances where the solution was the solution that was on the table from the very beginning. I mean, House Republicans voted on September 19th for a clean continuing resolution. That is something that House Republicans, while in the minority, voted for 12 separate times when President Joe Biden was in office, out of respect to him and his party, because elections do have consequences. We expected that same respect to be reciprocated to us this time around. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, the Democrats decided not to do that. And so from day one, we've talked about a clean continuing resolution being the solution to this problem. And guess what? 43 days later, a clean continuing resolution is the solution to the problem today. It's just frustrating, despite all of the politics, right? It is frustrating that we had to go through this last 43 days to get exactly where we started. Unfortunately, our Democratic colleagues have left a lot of destruction in their wake with the American people. I hope we don't do this again next year after this current continuing resolution expires on January 30th. I hope that cooler heads can prevail and we can do the right thing for America.
And when I've talked to Democrats in the House, they have said the reason why we are standing so firm here is because those healthcare premium costs will skyrocket if something's not done to address them. Republicans I've talked to say, hey, we think healthcare costs is a fight that we need to fight as well. That's a problem in this country. We'll deal with that, though, after the government's open. Are you one of those Republicans that say, hey, once the government's open, we need to have those conversations?
There's no question about it. Healthcare is unaffordable for 75% of Americans. I mean, I don't even take the House healthcare package because it's too dang expensive. It's like $2,200 a month for the family, right? Like, I've got better options than that out in the private sector that I can take advantage of. But there's so many Americans that are in that position or are in a similar position but don't have any other options. And so I'm very sympathetic to that. The cost of living, particularly the cost of healthcare, is way too high. But to stand behind this issue and say that we're shutting the government down over this issue is absolutely nonsensical, because we can have these policy debates and actually work together to solve the healthcare problems that we have over the next year. But we can do that while the government's open without laying waste to 1.5 million Americans and the second and third order consequences that come with a government shutdown to all Americans. I think that was highly irresponsible by the Democratic Party. And I think it's disingenuous to say that you're fighting for health care while denying pay, denying all of those services to our troops, to our air traffic controllers, to our TSA, to 1.5 million American government employees. It's a nonsensical argument.